A dead deer. Do I just burn it? Nope. Do I dissolve it? Nope. Oh, maybe the light bulb? What is he doing? Now the bulb is grossly covered in blood. Oh, I get it now. Now I know exactly what to do. Oh. So I'm assuming... Okay, got it. So put that in there. We'll turn the room red. Wow, this scene is ripe for terror. Let's see. Let's develop this picture. So vitriol first. The oil has caused a strong acidic reaction. Cyanide. I've applied liquid in the correct order. All that remains is to rinse the plate. Let's do it. Let's see, what kind of horror is awaiting me? An image is appearing on the plate. Oh. It's not that terrific. Sorry, not horrific. It's a photograph of Anthony and Alexander. Okay, they just jumped out the window. I mean, the painting. Oh, that was freaky. I like how the screen shakes, too. Makes it even freakier. The image is back in the frame. I like how he's so calm about it. You know, the image is back in the frame. You know, what are you gonna do? The light bulb has exploded. Okay. Sure, the blood also has gone everywhere. Also, not a pleasant sight. But what, do I show him a photo? Alexander, do you recognize this photograph? Take a look. It is you and our old friend Anthony. And there's someone else blurred in the background. Who is the third figure? Does he mean something to you? Is it Baldwin? Okay. The bird awaits. Piece of clockwork a hand. The bird awaits. Is that the only thing you're gonna say? He's breathing heavily. He seems to be lacking air. Okay. I was gonna give him some vitriol, but not very funny. Alright. Goes here. And they say, I put the clock in its hand. I only need to set the clock to the correct time. So, according to the letter, it only rings at 6:15. Nope. Okay, so since it's flipped to its side, I'm assuming that it needs... So 6:15, so it would be, so you're saying it will be 9:30? Wait, so 6:15. So it would mean that it would be, so it would be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 3. Do this. Hopefully it works. Oh, so it does work. Tricky, tricky. The sound came from upstairs. Very tricky, turning the clock sideways. Xylothol. What is this? The bird has burst out at the stroke. Now its beak is open. What is in there? There was a key inside the bird. So that goes to the cellar, I'm assuming. Xylothol, he's having some kind of seizure. He's trembling out of pure horror. I don't know, what happened to him? Last episode he was all like, you are here with us now. Let's join me to cross into the veil. You must find the door. Now he's just catatonic, almost. Damn you, crows! Every time. A dusty carpet of Asian origin. He seems like to be well versed in the art of recognizing carpets. Mold and dust covered the portrait, making the subject indistinguishable. The piece of fine furniture has several drawers. Inside this one, there's a gardener's shovel. Perfect. Wait, what? The cabinet has a large stain of mold due to the high humidity of this atmosphere. Okay, what kind of horror are we gonna find? There are remains of a Roman mosaic behind the wall. I can't distinguish anything clearly. Can I break it open? Nope. An ancient statue in poor conditions. Are they gonna move? Oh, tiny hole. That's you know, that's where I want to go. Is that a door or a tiny hole? Because that looks like a tiny hole. A book written in a language unknown to me. There's a scrawled annotation written in English on one of the margins. This and no other is the function of the serum we manufactured at the boarding school when we were young. It is something that we didn't understand at that time, to accompany the mind to the proscenium of the big theater, and there help us to look behind the curtain that separates the world of man from the land of truth. To look, I say, if anything, to apprehend an image of what lives there. Just that. Will the Hupo allow us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage and go beyond? Not sure what that is. Maybe it's the serum that they're talking about? A huge cage full of leftover and dirt. Animals have been captive here. Okay, well, I thought it was gonna be just people. Innumerable jars full of murky objects suspended in formaldehyde. Okay. Usually use the formaldehyde used to preserve things. Jars and test tubes. Everything is soaked in chemical residues, and the air is filled with the smell of vinegar. Vinegar again. Acetic acid. Unlabeled bottles and lab equipments. A bunch of dust-covered beakers and repulsive liquids. A few of them have developed fungi inside. That's not normal. What is this room? There's nothing to pick up, there's nothing to... This seems like a lab. With a cage, which is a bit unusual. Unless you're doing animal testing. Okay. Let's go dig that grave. Watch. Is it gonna be Alexander? No, Baldwin maybe. A wooden box. It seems too small for a coffin. The lock is very rusted, almost shattered. So I remember Anthony Beechworth has a child. They didn't never quite explain it. So he was unburied by he was saved by the nuns. The remains of a humanoid body, but with a grotesque animal aspect. Maybe a small ape. It has a collar with some engraved word on it. Old Mike. The skeletal fingers of a creature are clutching a rolled up canvas. Get it? It's a map of the stars. Beside the corpse, there's a paper leaf. Dear Alexander, undoubtedly your methods are definitely stronger than mine. How do you manage to get resolved with such alacrity? On another note, my epiphany with the treatise of alchemy was not accidental. When examining the text closer, I have come to the conclusion that for a time, Raymundus Lully sought the same thing as we did. In his account, he described a formula that he called Hupo. Yes, like the legendary bird. It closely resembled the serum with which we have worked so far, except for minor differences. It's a pity what you tell me about old Mike. I hope he gets better soon. July 2nd, 1887. Who is old Mike? Oh. Remain of humanoid body with a grotesque... Okay, so it says the same thing, but who is old Mike? Deneb, the Summer Triangle, Vega, Altair. Some kind of navigation map. Several constellations are marked. Oh, this reminds me of... Oh god, that sounds like Alexander. Let's go check on him. But I was gonna say this map reminds me of the map I got from the last episode. Maybe I have to follow to get to the Vale? Oh my god, what has happened to Alexander? Alexander! He's gone. That was a little bit creepy. Some diary pages in a wheelchair. The paper is ripped apart as if someone has stripped it off the book hastily. October 31st, 1891. I'm writing this in the light of my desk lamp, hoping to be able to remember it all when the birds finally sing and the sun's blessing dispels the dark shadows of the mind. During the whole afternoon, a strong wind hit the valley, so strong that it had cracked the larger branch of the old oak in the garden. I find it hard to get sleep during these nights, so I read a lot while accompanying the professor. I don't really know when exactly I fell asleep. I was awakened by the chill of the night, which was seeping through the open window. I looked outside and I saw him. The professor was miraculously awake. What was my joy to see him standing on the balcony, watching the valley with a true serene expression, enjoying the fresh and calm air right after the storm. I felt that a blessing had fallen upon this house, and for a moment I felt immensely happy. I stared at him for a while without saying anything, being afraid of dispelling a vision I hadn't believed possible for a long time, and then in the midst of the silence I heard a sound that froze me in my seat and snatched all my calmness with such a terrible chill that I will never forget. A loud noise beside me, low-pitched, as the drag of a slab, Mr. Alexander's snore, who was pleasantly sleeping in his bed. I've already made a decision. I'll leave this house. Okay, that's... the statues, they keep referring to the statue. Must mean something. A statue is holding something. Grab it. It's a lens mounted in a metal ring. There is some strange symbol marked in the surface. Huh. What do I do with it? Starlight brings some brightness to the forest. Oh, okay. Is there some sort of... Nope. Some sort of telescope or anything? So let's go down to the cellar and see what's... Maybe there's something else that can... What was that? That was gibberish is what it is. Is there someone down here? Wait, before we go, is it for the mosaic? Nope. Statue? Nope. Where is that voice from? Oh, there's a door behind the thing. Ah, so that's where you put the crystal. There's a mountain of compacted snow. How's that possible? Is that a hole? There's a dark hole in the center of this room. It delves into the depth of the earth far beyond what I can see. An open envelope with a letter inside it. Dear Alexander, I'm terribly sorry about old Mike. Will you put him to rest in his favorite place? After weeks of unsuccessful attempts, I've managed to distill the alchemical formula based on the note that you sent me. Certainly you are a master of this craft. The subject reacted to the serum as usual, rapidly entering into a state of waking sleep. Suddenly the convulsion stopped, and since then he has not been responding to any kind of stimulation. He has been remaining in this state for many days. My diagnosis is brain dead, which should be our next step, Alexander. I'm worried this could be the end of our research. August 23rd, 1887. So this old Mike kind of reminds me of a scene from Full Metal Alchemist. For people who watch it, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You know, little girl and dog being combined together into a chimera. Very sad. A wooden secretary desk, beautifully carved. The flip top has no knob or lock, just some strange symbols. Okay, well, I don't know yet the combination, so maybe I'll come back later. A narrow window in the ceiling of the vault. Okay, so let's put the crystal in. I think that's crystal fits put in the telescope. No window, yes, yes. Let's look through it. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Okay, let's check out the map. So, Deneb, Vega, and Altair. So I have to form the summer triangle, I guess. I can do that. Oh, okay, come on. No, I think this is not the triangle that I'm looking for. Um, okay. Let's go back and check again. I have to find a triangle, but okay. So all the way to the top, next to 3, between 2, between 2. There we go. Location was a little bit weirder, so correct. This is a summer triangle. Wait. I need to. So not equal U and psi or H. I think that's a psi or upside down psi. I think. Well, the not equal sign. Oh, I missed it. Not equal U and psi. There we go. There's a small cabinet with 2 slots for syringes. Only one of them remains. Is that Hoopo? Once again, it comes from the bottom of the pit. Yes, jump in there, why don't you? Alexander. So, he wasn't catatonic? Split personality, maybe? There's a chair in the middle of the room. A variety of surgical instruments, some jars with chemicals in them. Alexander. Still not talking, huh? Alright. Photo? Remind you? Nope. Pour acid on you? Nope. Alright, fine, I'll give you the syringe. This is what you asked me to search for, is it not, Alexander? Am I right? The last door. Xylithol. The last door. We can cross together. What should I do? I'm waiting for you, here in the mist. It's nearby. I can hear it. What is nearby? What do you hear? I hear the beating of its wings. It knows we are afraid. I am ready. Sit down. Oh my god, this is... Oh, it glitched! Okay, okay. I think what happened was that I sat down and then I clicked on the ladder and glitched out and it just wouldn't let me do anything. Let's talk to him again. I'm not there. Okay. Red imagery everywhere. Well, that was a funny glitch, but that happened. Do you think that we will find any clues here about Devitt's whereabouts? Beechworth Manor? The police must have taken almost everything, but we have no other leads to pursue. Hopefully they have overlooked something. What about this room? Huh? There's a sealed letter between this table and the wall. Looks like Harry Beechworth never sent it. I think it is best that you read it. I think that room is the room that was sealed, that I couldn't get into in episode 1. Dear Alexander, please, you must reflect on this. We do not yet know what we are dealing with. If you were to open the door, it may stay that way, an open way for whatever lives on the other side. Oh, but he opened the door anyway. So, am I on the other side of the door? Again, with this chasing game, it happened all last episode. The Veil. The adventure continues in season 2. What? Okay. Well, I thought, there was gonna be some sort of a real conclusion. I'm a little bit disappointed. But the story ended with them opening up the door, I'm assuming, and Anthony Beechworth talking about the danger of opening it and how it will never close again, and what could, I'm just wondering what kind of real world consequence would there be to to this game's universe. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed about the ending, but the atmosphere, the horror, still all there. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to play season 2. It's a really good game. I really want to find out what is the Veil, what is the evil itself, and what is this last door they keep referring to. Is it the same as the Veil, or is it something else? But other than that, point and click is fairly normal. The pixelated atmosphere, I said numerous times, I like that. So I'm looking forward to play season 2. I might start that soon. I might start it next or a little bit later. Have a little change of pace in games. But other than that, yeah, I'll keep playing more video games. I'll post more videos. And if you like what I'm doing, please leave a like and subscribe. And tell me what you think in the comment section. That's what it's for. Yeah, so I'll see all of you next time in season 2 or another game. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye. Thus we reach the conclusion of a decent horror game that does not use jump scares to disturb its audience. I respect games that are able to create a creepy environment through its story. Although I would like to play season 2 soon, I think they should have some sort of solid conclusion at the end of that season. They can start a new related story arc if they want, but I strongly feel that they should wrap up the current arc. Do you all agree?